experiences. Don't like tight small ones that make your balls also cramped up and it doesn't let you breathe. My guys know what I'm talking about, but if you're a female in this case, you may like to breathe your coochie out a little bit as well. Hey, I don't judge you. Anyways, I had people request me to show my underwear. Now, I know where this is heading to, and I'm not surprised. I've had people offer me money for my underwear. I haven't accepted it yet, but I might start to consider accepting, because I have people offering hundreds of dollars for worn underwear, socks. So if you have any interest, slide in the snap, slide in the DM, and they're there for sale. So let's make some sounds. Let's explain why I choose boxes over those other things, which ironically I used to wear back in the days. Anyways, I'm a guy who likes to transition into colors. I like colors, camouflaged colors. I like stretchy ones because I'm a fat ass. I gained quite some weight, so I had to get the stretchy ones. Otherwise, they don't fit. However, I've got one next to me. It's actually not mine. It's actually my father's. I stole it or borrowed it. I like this one a lot because, sometimes as a guy, I've not got a clue if women have this as well, but as a guy, if you wear underwear for a day or two, especially with the heat, I've noticed with like summer-wise, these become tight and start hurting your outside of your leg, as we call, a big arm vein, a big leg, basically, that your hamstring, basically, it starts to irritate and go in, and it hurts, and it's just not very comfortable. And so these cost more, but they prevent from doing that. These are my dad's. Let's see. Oh yeah, I got a Star Wars one. I think I got these a while ago for my birthday. I actually thought my cousin Dylan bought me this, but my mom, which is ironic because I'm not into Star Wars anymore. No, that one is not for sale. Some of these you can have, but not all of them. Bench, shipwreck, I don't like it that much. Yeah, I mean it's comfortable, but like I said before, right, they get so tight when your balls sweat, or when they itch, you can't scratch them. You never know what you can expect on this channel, I know. Anyways, we got socks. Yes, I just casually throw my shit in a basket. I don't goddamn care. I pick up whatever. I sometimes wear the same underwear for 3 days. My mom, on the other hand, thinks it's nasty, but I'm like, well, it saves water, I suppose. I don't shower much. You have to remember, I don't do physical work. I don't go digging in the ground. I don't do none of that extra work. Yeah, that basically. So I might shower maximum 3 times a week, not more, like every 2 days, or maybe once per 3 days, because I sometimes don't feel like it's needing to wash, as long as you make sure your private parts are clean. That's the best, that's the most important. The rest doesn't really matter that much. Okay, your hands, your face, and your private parts, and the back, but for the rest, not necessary. And make sure you change clothes as well. We don't want those stinky legs. Yeah, striped one, I don't know why. Also not mine, actually. Pretty sure this is my dad's. Most of mine are actually my dad's. Unless I got them for Christmas about a year ago too, which I don't remember. I have a lot of clothing, like I said. If you want me to show my other collection, let me know. Amazing, but are absolutely terrible when you fought and you got shit in your underwear. Basically, we've all had that, guys or female, right? We've all had those moments in our life that we fought, but then it actually comes poop out, and then you got a goddamn stain on the back. Hey, I've been there. I am guilty to that. Yes, I've been there as well. Hey, shit happens, literally. So I don't intend to wear this one often, because as a guy, interesting fact, when I pee, I actually intend to sit down. I know some of you may say that's kind of a feminine way. Well, look at it like this, right? Most guys in the morning wake up with a boner, very normal. Why does it happen? I don't know why. I don't always get one. But whenever I do get one and I wake up, I intend to sit down because it's just a pain in the ass having to goddamn aim it. You know what I mean? I don't know why I'm sharing this. Because I'm honest open. God damn it. But yeah, I got a lot of underwear. All thanks to my mom. God knows why I've got so many goddamn underwear. Oh yeah, this is one of my favorite colors as well. I really do like these kind of colors. I'm really into pink. Although I don't have much pink clothing, I do like pink clothing. Even though, yeah, a lot of people will say, oh, it's feminine. Why would I goddamn care about your opinion? Being very honest, is your opinion relevant to my life choices? No, I didn't think so. Keep them for yourself. Oh yeah, and also a lot of black. I normally don't like wearing black as clothing. In the summer I do, but I know how to style. I got my own style. You know, I genuinely question myself that ask and request for my underwear. What do y'all do with it? Like, it just, you got nerves or balls hitting up someone with a big following, or in general, do you have underwear for sale? I must say, I do love my ass off whenever I get that. But it also very much intrigues me into thinking, maybe they can persuade me into selling. But yeah, they can. I don't know if they're lying or not. Who knows? Perfect example of great underwear. You see what I mean? Perfect. It's finally quiet in the neighborhood. Yeah, these kids screaming this afternoon, which is fine. I love that, you know. Because, you know, consider most people are very old. They don't do much anymore because they've worked. They don't have to do much anymore. That's the whole purpose of growing up a pension and then not having to work. You know, I don't know if it's just me, but I often think of death. I don't know. It's something that very much frightens me. You know, I lay in bed at night, 9-11ish, stare at my ceiling, and ironically enough, I only really do it when I'm alone at my home, as for example now, right? I do apologize for this shit lightning. Y'all been asking for different backgrounds, so here it is. But, yeah, I just stare at my white ceiling, and I get sad. I don't cry, never much cry. But I just stare at the ceiling and I think, what if it all just disappears? You know, because when you pass away, do you feel anything at that point? Man, it's not something I want to experience yet. Nope. No, thank you. Because it often very much scares me. One day my parents won't be here. You know, what's it there to live for then if they're not alive? My brother and my sister, if they're alive still. We'll see. Been very fortunate enough to make it so far in my life. For those who don't know my story, I got born right, and I had a problem with my lungs. I had my lungs collapsed basically, and they needed oxygen tank, and I was in hospital for 2 months. You must be very honest. It's very scary seeing a child in hospital, knowing that the chance is very slim to make, because they basically practically, you know, told my mom and dad he's dead. They said, "No, we're not giving up on him yet." Then to find out I'm a goddamn retard 6 years later, another autism. God damn it. My life has been crazy, man. It was a struggle. Really a struggle, and not as in a way of growing up where I was. My mom and dad have made that decision to not let us go through, you know, where you go. And I'm one of those that just can't fake kick it with people. If I don't like you, you can kiss my ass. You don't have to talk to me and pretend like, hey, I know you don't like me. Don't do all that fake stuff. I hate people that do that, man. But I had a great convo with my dad yesterday, because he stayed at my place, right? Does it once in a while. And we were just talking about friends and, blah 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 blah. And he just said, no, I don't know how the convo went or ended up, but I said, Dad, you know why I don't have any friends? Yeah, because nobody wants to be friends with you. As a joke, but somewhere it's also like, yeah, maybe. I said, well, because I choose not to have friends. He said, yeah, but why? To protect me, and it's for your protection. He said, why? You know what happened last time, 2.5 years ago, and I don't want to repeat that cycle anymore. I've met a lot of awesome people in my life, so don't get it wrong. But I never consider them friends. I always consider people who was around as people I know. Even the people I grew up with as a kid, you see them as friends, but the older you grow, they're just eventually people you knew or know, right? Friends, will they be there for you when you're bored? Will they be there for you when you're suicidal, when you're going through rough times? Not always, unfortunately. But people were most of the times always for me, because I was at their back. Just like high school, because fusing is shit, man. Growing up, you have to have your own clique with certain people. You either fit in the group or you don't fit in. I'm just trying to, oh wow, this is awesome, let me show you this. I used to play football 2 years ago. This was still during COVID, but we never really played. No, we played 2 official matches and then we were gone, because I had closed everything off, right? A lot of socks as well. As you know, I love Tommy Hilfiger. I don't really like the clothing that much. Kind of boring. Yeah, okay, I got 2 shirts of Tommy Hilfiger, but that's not 4. But not really that big of a fan. I like the socks more, just like us. I don't know, they look nice. They're expensive though, but still debating if this thing is real or not. I bought it in South Africa 4.5 years ago. I don't know if it was real with this or I didn't care. Oh, it looks so cringy. I used to wear this a lot. If there's one thing I've learned of becoming more mature is to be more humble. That's why I don't really see me ever with my watch anymore, though I have a nice watch. For me, it's at least nice. I mean, shit, it might not be a Rolex. It doesn't have to be. One day, I definitely want a Rolex. It's just not really what I aim for right now, because I'm not trying to get robbed, But this is also a nice thing about me, I've distanced and grown myself apart from people that could potentially lead me into dangerous positions, as in like life, right? A lot of people at high school that I really liked, enjoyed being them, but I couldn't ever associate myself with them outside of school because they were always doing something that was not by the law welcomed. You know what I mean? Like, you start to find out when you grow up, life is full of joy, but life is also full of sadness. I've lost a lot of people I grew up with since the diapers, basically. Lost them, due to death, basically. There was this guy I grew up with, my brother, etc. Was a brotherhood of steel, basically, if you play Fallout, right? This is in 2012, right? But still to this day, it very much saddens me. Matter of fact, I haven't been to his grave in 7-8 months. It just hurts too much. A lot of you might seem it as kind of disrespect, but it just kind of hurts me too much, unfortunately, to go to his grave. I spoke to his mom a year ago. Amazing family, Christian family. He came from a very Christian family. Amazing people as far as I know. Like I said, I don't want to be too invasive in people's life and get to know them too well. I try to distance myself for that because I look at it as disrespect. I don't want to know everything about you. Don't have to, don't need to, right? But it's that till to this day. I'm just like, shit, man, how can it be 10 years? We've grown up together, did stuff together. the next day he just left. You ever had that with somebody or some people that you truly cared about and love for? Did everything with. We used to work out around the block of our friend's house that they got sold years ago. I think his mom, I think she moved in with another dude. Don't know. Haven't seen her in years as well. See, I don't really keep contact with people no more anymore. Because they never respond to me. I always ask them how they're doing. They read my messages and it's like, damn, for real, my guy. That's how you're gonna do me. Yeah, but that's what it is. It's also called growing up. People busy, I get it, they got a family. You've also got to accept it yourself. People have lives to live, you know. That's why I don't expect shit from people no more. It smells like piss. Oh, that was what I was smelling when I was gaming. Oh, it smells like piss and sweat. But oh well, let me know down in the comments if there's somebody or someone you miss. And I'm curious because, you know, I find it difficult to have to accept the fact that my parents won't be there one day eventually. I won't be here no more. Scary, right? My grandmother won't be here no more. I hope she'll make it up to 100. Yeah, even though sometimes I don't hate her. No, I love her a lot. I've never hated her, but she goddamn gets on my nerves sometimes, that woman. But so do I. You know, we don't really ever have a fight or argument. No, I don't think we've really ever. No, she's just not the type of person, but trust me, if you make her angry, oh, you better start running. Or not even that, you better just shut your mouth and listen to what she says. You don't interrupt her. I know her, she's just like my mom. You best stay very quiet, shut up, and don't say a goddamn thing because it'll backfire to you. No, she won't hit you unless you try to hit her. I mean, damn, I've never done that neither. I've never, as far as I know, as I can remember, because I got bad memory. As far as I know, I've never hit my mom. She's never, well, you know, she's given me a smack because, you know, after a certain time you gotta just smack a fucking kid in the face, because if they don't listen, you gotta just smack them. Simple. That's the old school way, you know, that's what they used to do to my brother. It's normal, but nowadays the child abuse